Welcome back to the Life of a Fit Pro. I am your Fit Pro host, Andra Anderson, and we're going to dive into scarcity mindset. So kind of already started this topic in my Tuesday Tea episode, I think last week, where it was just something on my mind and it was like grinding my gears. And I think I even used the word embarrassing. Like it's embarrassing in 2026 to have a scarcity mindset in terms of the fitness profession, especially when it comes from such a respected entity. Like I could not believe what I was reading on Instagram. And it's just sort of like disappointing. It's disappointing. Maybe that's a better word. It's disappointing. But I thought more about it and realized that we get imposter syndrome all the time. And I'm in the fitness profession, but also, like, I'm sure in your profession, you've had imposter syndrome at some point where you have all the credentials. You are more than enough. You are more than capable, but there's just something at the back of your head that's like, but what if I'm not? What if people will realize I'm just making it up as I go? But like low key, the truth is we're all making it up as we go. We are. And that does lead to a scarcity mindset. I wanted to make sure I got this right, so I looked it up. So here's the official definition of a scarcity mindset. Okay, so it's a belief system rooted in the fear that there is never enough. Okay, I read the words never enough and I cannot stop but think about The Greatest Showman. Oh, that song is so good. That song is so good. Okay, rooted in the fear that there's never enough money, time, love, or resources, leading to anxiety, hoarding, and intense competition. It causes people to focus on what they lack rather than what they have, often limiting opportunities for personal growth and success. Like scarcity mindset is far worse than jealousy. At least with the feeling of jealousy, if you take a moment and consider what the cause of it is, you might be able to correct. You might be able to figure out what you think you're lacking or what you think you don't do well enough and work on it. But scarcity mindset is really scary. It's scary. It's like it could totally uproot you. You could have all of the right qualifications. You could be doing all of the right things, but then you see somebody else that maybe you think, you believe is doing it better, whatever that means. And you start to doubt yourself and you start to watch them and you start to limit your own growth possibilities and your own success. How do you avoid this? I don't know. I mean, I know 100% I've had these feelings in the fitness world. And truly, I mean, I've been in the fitness profession for 17 years and I haven't felt truly grounded and I don't want to say comfortable, but confident in my own offerings and my own abilities. I mean, really just the past few years. Honestly, if we're being honest, I would spend a lot of time looking at what other fitness professionals had and what they were doing. And here's the thing with that. You're going to be seeing the highlights of what others are doing. Very rarely are you going to be seeing the lows until those lows just sort of have to produce themselves. I'll give you an example. There was a fitness professional who got a lot of momentum, had been teaching for maybe like a year. And I think I was in year like 12 at this point, and just got a lot of notoriety. Was very attractive and had the right body type, whatever that means, right? In terms of what we think is approachable in the fitness profession. And they just kept leaning in to all of that. But then they got injured and all of that went away. And they are no longer able to do that modality anymore. Their whole world shifted. And I saw this vulnerable side of them where I thought they were sort of invincible. And it made me realize like all of this could change. All of this could go away. And I really heavily, I've sort of made this my MO as a fitness professional, but I really heavily leaned into different modalities. I do not teach the same thing 2 days in a row. I alternate what I teach. I offer things like Pilates and yoga that are still kind of high intensity, but more low impact so that I can offer the higher impact modalities. In the beginning of my fitness instruction and fitness career, I did cardio every day, all day, multiple times a day. And that can wear and tear on your body. And it also made me realize I needed to take a moment for me and make sure that my workouts were prioritized so that I could still show up the way that I wanted to show up in classes. So most recently, I was offering a lunchtime, a free class for other people at the place that I work. And I decided to stop doing that because it limited me from being able to utilize that time to do my own workouts. And now I do my own workouts every day. And I've never felt, knock on wood, I've never felt stronger or more capable. And that's what I needed at that moment. But if I had approached that with a scarcity mindset of like, oh no, but if I'm not teaching them, what if someone else comes in and starts teaching? But like, I'm not missing out because here's the growth mindset. I'm not missing out because I'm allowing myself to take that time to do something really necessary. I can't even say the word necessary. I wanted to say necessity, really necessary for me. I made a confident decision that I wanted to spend that valuable time working on my own fitness. And that has been the best thing I could have done. It has helped me show up better for my classes in the evenings and on the weekends. It's made me feel better about my own self. I feel stronger. I'm not achy. I recover quicker. Everything has sort of cascaded positive from that decision. But had I approached it with a scarcity mindset, I would have kept doing it. I would have kept hoarding those clients and hoarding those classes because I wanted more and more and more. And if I was approaching this with a scarcity mindset, it would be like, well, if I'm not the one teaching, and then somebody else will get that. But that makes my stomach hurt thinking about it. But I could see how very easily you could fall into that. Scarcity mindset is easy to fall into. It is harder to think with a growth mindset for sure. But a growth mindset gets easier with time and as you continue to exercise that ability. I really want to highlight, scarcity mindset causes people to focus on what they lack rather than what they have. The way to combat this is gratitude. And that sounds so cheesy. And there are times that people talk about like having a gratitude journal, and I want to throw up, honestly, for being honest, because I don't know that you need to share that. I mean, feel free to, right? But how can you show up with gratitude without it being like a gratitude journal or like a daily affirmation? I have moments of gratitude, and there will literally be moments in classes that I'll look around and I'm like, I cannot believe that people come to classes still. And I cannot believe that people are improving and gaining strength and gaining momentum and gaining endurance. And this is so powerful. This is so powerful. And I'll have these moments of gratitude. If you need to train your brain and do affirmations or a gratitude journal, go for it. Do what you got to do. The biggest thing is focusing on what they lack rather than what they have. Like, how can you be grateful for what you do have and lean in? Here's a perfect example. So there were, oh my gosh, back when I was teaching Zumba, there were instructors that were just so competitive. And it was because everyone was approaching the situation with that scarcity mindset. I know that now. In the moment, I didn't know that, but I know that now, where it was like, well, if I give up the 5 o'clock class on Tuesdays and Thursdays, then who am I? What is my identity? I'm nothing without those classes, which is so not true. But I got into that too. I was like, well, if I don't teach Zumba, who am I? That's how people know me. I have nothing without that. I need to teach more. I need to teach more. And when I stopped offering that modality, I feel like I really became a fitness professional. And that's crazy to say because that is how I started my journey. And I taught that modality for years, 11 years, 12 years. And it wasn't until I stopped that I allowed the growth mindset to enter, because with that modality, I really felt the scarcity mindset because other instructors were so competitive. Like, well, how many classes are you teaching? How many people are coming to your classes? Have you ever had to cancel a class? Ew, what a loser. I'm in it 17 years. I've had to cancel classes. Like, it's not a big deal. It just means, oh, that moment, that modality, that timing didn't hit. Try it again. There are ebbs and flows when it comes to fitness, and that is very growth mindset. Scarcity mindset would be like, oh my gosh, I have to cancel a class. I'm a loser. Nobody likes me. Obviously, that's not the case, right? Like, I've had enough experience to know that that's a fluke. That's not, like, I'm not losing it as an instructor. But I could see how very quickly you would think, oh, nobody's showing up. My advice is this: keep going. Keep offering at the time that works for you. Keep offering the modality that you can. And if you're feeling like nobody's showing up to your classes a lot, consider other times. Consider going to people that you like and saying, hey, if I were to offer this class, what would that look like for you? Or what would work for you? Maybe you just haven't found the right formula yet. But if it's something that you truly enjoy and something that you truly want to do, keep going. Don't allow this scarcity mindset to sort of say like, oh, nobody else needs this, or I'm not the right person for this. If you don't like it, then you're not the right person for it, for sure. But if you're really wanting to offer something and you're really wanting to do something, lean in, push harder, offer more, try different times, approach individuals that you want to see in your class. I don't love this, but go live on Facebook and do a free class and just see what happens, right? With, caution with the music because they will take it down. But just see what happens. And the last thing I'll say about the scarcity mindset, this last piece of having scarcity mindset creates this limiting opportunities for personal growth and success. Like, there will always be more. If I could go back and tell myself that as a beginning fitness professional, there will always be another location, another client, another opportunity. There will be more. And believe me when I tell you, there are plenty of clients out there. There are people who haven't even started their fitness journey yet who are going to be looking for you. There are people who their favorite instructor moved out of town and they're desperate to find something new and they're going to become your best client. There are people who took a break because of life and they want to get back into it and they need you, right? At any given time, there is opportunity for new clients. But I will say, before using all your time and energy to look for new clients, consider who you have already in your clientele and see what you can do to love them a little more. There's that gratitude. What can you do with your existing clientele? I don't care if you have 2 clients. How can you love them more? Because here's the real thing. Searching for new clients, like, yes, you can put out campaigns and advertising and spend money for those things. And yeah, I would say I would do a little of that. Word of mouth is gonna be your biggest way to get new clients. So don't you want to treat your current clients with the absolute love and adoration that they deserve? So they bring their friends, they bring their family members. There's nothing like more affirming than somebody who's like, I have to bring my best friend to this. Like, we're going to do it together. I have to bring my mom. I have to bring my sister. I have to bring my sister-in-law. What? Like, that's amazing. You love this and trust this so much that you want to bring somebody that you love and trust to it into this world. Like, that is the ultimate compliment. So I'll leave with that. Consider the current clientele you have. How can you show gratitude to them? How can you love them more? How can you lean in to offering more to them? so that they continue to feel engaged. They continue to feel like this is where they belong, and they bring others into the circle too. And that, my friends, is growth mindset, the opposite of scarcity mindset. And that's our episode for this week. I feel good there. Scarcity mindset is real. I think even once you adopt a growth mindset, it can kind of creep back in a little because you know what it feels like and you know those things. And I think it's very closely related to imposter syndrome as well. But this is your sign to adopt a growth mindset if you don't have one already, because you deserve it. And what you're doing is great. And what you offer is wonderful. And people need it. And that's that. Thank you so much for joining me for the Life of a Fit Pro. Make sure to catch the blog, The Secret Life of a Fit Pro, and the bonus episode, Tuesday Tea. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.